what I know. Better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right.
Yeehaw, soldiers! It's your boy, the Anime Sage, coming at you with another video. And this is What If Deku and Uchiha Part 2. So here's another part for the series. The first part did very well, so let's see how Part 2 does. But first, a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Beautiful Halo. If you want some nice looking anime and meme apparel or clothing, this is a site for you. You can also use code MEME for 5% of orders of $49+, and I repeat, code MEME and code MEMES for 10% off of orders of $99+. I repeat, code MEMES. Also, you buying some stuff there also supports me, so go check out Beautiful Halo. Their links will be in the description. In terms of schedule this week, you guys will get What If Naruto's in Whirlpool Part 6 on Wednesday, and on Friday you guys will get What If Naruto was the reincarnation of the Sage 6 Paths Part 3. So that should be fun. I'm also going to be starting a Patreon very soon and should get that launched by Wednesday, so that should be fun. Watch my community tab like a hawk, as you guys get vid updates, polls, the ability to select what ifs you want for the week, and some other fun stuff in between. So again, watch my community tab like a hawk. Alright, time for some quick social media plugs. Twitter is at AnimeSage4, Instagram is anime_sage4, and of course, join my Discord server. I'll give you all reasons to follow/join us at the end of the video, so watch until the end. Alright, time for a half usual checklist. If you haven't seen part 1, the links out will be in the description, and with all out of the way, let's get right into the story. Alright, so where we last left off, All Might had chosen his next successor, up for one for all in Izuku Midoriya, a boy who has a very powerful ocular quirk in a Sharingan, which has a host of abilities such as Red Chakra that gives him some enhancements to his attacks, his eyes can track movements, and some other abilities that will be discovered along the way. However, the quirk also has a cost that was felt with the biological father of Izuku Midoriya, and a cost that has terrified Inko ever since. All Might wants to give him this power to potentially try to negate this effect. It is a big risk, but Izuku has the ability to be a great hero and is worthy of being a successor. He just has this power that could corrupt him down the line. A curse of hatred. All Might will take young Midoriya to the beach and will send him to work on, cleaning and stuff like that. He can probably finish this within the next couple months, or probably 5 months, I guess, and be ready for One For All, as he has had martial arts for years, but the real test is how will he respond to One For All, and will this be the way the curse of hatred will end, or will it be the biggest mistake All Might has ever made? He never wants to tell Deku about the past, or he may have to come to a decision one day. It hurts him, and he hates how it all turned out in the end, but now has a chance to start anew. Maybe with Izuku Midoriya, maybe with a new and improved path, he'll be a great hero, and not be destined for villainy and chaos. Hopefully. Izuku will work hard that day, and will be able to get a decent amount of the beach clean. Still a lot to go, but for all the trash that was there, it's at least progress. Izuku will be ready to continue on for the next couple of days and months. This train will be a bit grueling, but isn't going to be too bad. Meanwhile, All Might will visit Inko, and he will say that, Izuku's training is off to a good start for his first day. Inko will then say, "Are you sure this will save Izuku from that fate? Are you sure this is a wise decision? Or should you want to make Izuku the successor to your quirk when you know about the corrupt nature of the Sharingan?" All Might will say, "I am well aware of the corrupt nature of the Sharingan. I fought against it twice, and it is one of the hardest quirks to go up against, to the point where it has given me a lot of trouble. So while I am aware of the risks, I think this will be a solution to saving Izuku, and One For All can counter the dark nature of Sharingan. You believe in your son, don't you?" Anko looks down, and then finally she puts her head up and then says, "Yes." All Might will say, "Then there won't be any issues, and you have nothing to worry about. Again, just believe in your son, believe in One For All, and most of all, believe in a symbol of peace." Inko smiles and says, "Thank you, All Might." All Might will say, "You're welcome." All Might will then leave, and Inko and Izuku will go to their respective rooms to sleep later that night. Inko will think to herself that she does believe in her son, but she is still very cautious about it happening again, and she doesn't want to go through that again. She looks back to the scar that is on her arm, and she just shudders as she doesn't know how she was still alive or why he spared her. Maybe there was some good in him before he caused chaos in Japan. Why was she so foolish to think there was good in him with the chaos he caused in Japan? Afterwards, it probably was because she wanted her future husband back, but once he took that step out the house, he was long gone. She just hopes that All Might is right, that it won't happen with Deku, and that One For All really is going to be the thing that stops this from happening to Deku. If that is the case, then the world will be blessed with a fantastic hero. If not, well, the world could be doomed. Inko will say that she believes in Izuku in her head and will fall asleep peacefully, with a new drive to not only believe in Izuku, but to also get over the past. The next day, Izuku will get to work again and will continue cleaning up the beach. So now I will actually watch Izuku and definitely see potential in him, as he did last time, you know? All Might will see Tsunade is here, and will ask him to use his quirk on Izuku. Nai will do this as he goes up to Izuku, and of course, Izuku will kind of geek out when he sees Tsunade and stuff like that, and then Nai will, when he uses quirk, will see a bit of a blank set, or blank set future, you know? Nai will say, his future is blank, which means he could go in any direction. At least it's better than seeing darkness or Izuku destroying Japan. However, that path is still possible. But this is the first time something like this has happened. Are directions so jarring that he could go in either direction? All Might will then say, at least it's better than with his father. Nai will say, yeah, maybe you're right about this and, you know, One for All can save him. But then again, you could be wrong. Or the blank set could mean something else. I don't know. But hopefully you're right about that boy. All Might will nod, and Nai will start to leave the vicinity before saying, he definitely can be a great successor, and hopefully he can overcome that power. All Might will nod, and now let me explain the blank slate. Now, the reason for the blank slate is actually one of two things. It is representation that no one knows what Izuku's future could be because he has two quirks that are on the opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of good and evil, and he could probably go in either direction, and what direction you take will have to be seen over time. Or it is the second option, which is that Deku has control of the type of future he will have, the type of life he will live, and the type of person he will be. Only he can determine whether or not he will listen to the light of One for All or darkness of the Sharingan. And depending on the path he takes, it could either continue modern hero society and allow it to become stronger than ever, or it could destroy modern hero society, leaving it in ashes and shambles, and the destruction could not only spread to, not only Japan, but the entire world. So, yeah, that's kind of what the blank future kind of signifies. You can leave it up to your own interpretation, and you can determine that in the comments below. I'd like to hear how you think the blank future kind of what it signifies and stuff like that. So yeah, leave that down in the comments below. Anyways, Deku will be back at it the next day, and will continue to clean the beach for the next 5 months until he's finally finished cleaning, and all that cleaning definitely did something for his physique. All Might will be impressed and will give him that hair, and will over time get One for All once it finishes doing its thing inside his body. Deku will then spend the other 5 months working on One for All. Over time, he will actually get full cowling up to until the point he gets to 5%, and then up to 8%, and then he will also be more inclined to use his legs more than his fists because martial arts. Well, more of a combination, but not the overuse of the fists, if you get what I'm saying, During all this, All Might will be really impressed with Izuku, as he is a bit of a prodigy low-key with this quirk, which could be because of Sharingan, but who knows. Speaking of the Sharingan, Izuku will unlock an illusion ability from the Sharingan, or as we all know it as Genjutsu. This would come when All Might would accidentally look into the eyes of Izuku and will get, Genjutsu'd in a way. All Might will, of course, get out of it, but he definitely can recognize it as a power of the Sharingan. All Might will then tell Izuku about this, that he got a new power from the Sharingan, which is essentially Genjutsu, and Izuku is definitely happy and really glad that he got a new power for Sharingan. All Might will smile, but deep down, will go back to memories of that day. Yeah, not great. Izuku will also work to mix his red chakra with his full cowling, and right now the lighting looks red when he uses full cowling, but Deku wants to mix more red chakra into it, as the red lighting is a result of the bit of a small amount of red chakra mixed in with One for All. So right now the red chakra will only give Deku a bit of a small boost. So yeah, if he used it right now, he would be a little bit stronger than he would in the original canon, but not that strong, you know what I'm saying? And right now he's trying to do that, but the only thing he can do is try. He's not able to get it by the time his training is over, and will have to work on it later, or have something happen that causes him to be able to use that combination. Who knows? Gran Torino and I will be very impressed with Deku's progress, and it seems that Deku is progressing beyond some pros, which is pretty crazy. But of course, there is a price. But that price will probably come in later. Deku will go to sleep the next day after studying for the UA entrance exam, and Deku will head out the next day. Deku will see Bakugo, and they both give each other a thumbs up, as they have, kept in contact with each other, but they were extremely busy with a lot of stuff, training, studying, all that other type of stuff. Although Bakugo did learn that Deku got some enhancement / an evolution to his Sharingan quirk, which kind of intrigues Bakugo, and Deku will say he will show it off when they are not so busy, Deku will then, as he's about to walk towards the entrance to the entrance exam, will be bumped into by a cute brown-haired girl. The girl will say, "I'm so sorry," and Deku will say, "It's fine, it happens." The girl will look at Deku, and he looks very handsome. This causes her to blush a little bit. Deku has gotten those kinds of reactions from girls in middle school, which kind of helped balance out middle school in a way, and he did have, less struggles there because he hit his eyes. But of course, he wasn't really interested in a relationship at that point. But with his hormones going up and up a bit more and more, there is a bit of a possibility Deku wants some female interaction. Deku will say, "So, you're taking an entrance exam too?" The girl we know as Ochako Uraraka will nod, and Deku will say, Yeah, I'm feeling really confident in myself. What about you? Ochako will say that she feels like she can pass, but is kind of not too sure about herself, you know? But she doesn't know she has to pass. Deku will say, what's her quirk? And of course, Ochako will explain her quirk, and Deku will say that she has a really good quirk, which kind of helps with Ochako's confidence and self-esteem. Deku will explain his quirk, and Ochako will be really impressed and thinks Deku has an amazing quirk, you know? Deku will then ask for Ochako's name, and she tells him her name. Deku tells her his name, and then both of them head to the exam. Deku will be able to get an 85% on the writing exam, and Deku of course gets to the practical exam. Deku will meet Ida, and they kind of don't get off on the right foot. All my dude wants to do is talk to the girl he just met a little bit more and stuff like that, and Ida's kind of blocking the opportunity. Deku will leave that as is and leave it be, but will flash the Sharingan and will walk away. Ida will think that the eyes look very familiar, but of course we'll leave that be for now, you know. Deku will then get to work, and then Deku will destroy a lot of robots and is able to do this pretty easily. Deku will show off his power and is able to wow everyone. All Might smiles as Deku is definitely putting on a show and of course wants to see how we will respond to the Zero Pointer. It'll appear, and of course a lot of people want to run, and Deku feels like he wants to challenge the Zero Pointer. Then we'll see Ochako stuck under the rubble. Deku will get to work, and then we'll get Ochako out of the rubble using his full cowling. And then Deku then looks up, and of course with Sharingan wants to show off his power. Deku will say to himself, that feint is massive, but it is worth the challenge, as he smiles. Deku then goes all the way up, and then will be able to combine his Detroit Smash with his right chakra, and will destroy the Zero Pointer. Deku will smile, but of course he'll feel tired and start falling as he used a lot of power for the first time. You know, the combination of Detroit Smash, One for All, and of course his right chakra. Ochako will come in clutch, and Ochako smiles at Deku, and then Deku will say thanks, and you will get back to work. The test will eventually finish, and of course Deku definitely racked up a lot of points and feels confident that he passed. Deku will go home and will be ready for the results when they are delivered. Then, one night, I guess a couple days before the exam results are shown, Deku will be stuck in his own mindscape, and Deku is just in an empty void. Deku will then hear a voice call from him that says, come over here. Deku will then decide to walk towards the voice. The voice will say, come closer. Deku will continue to come closer to that voice, but then will be grabbed by an arm. The person who has, this arm is Shimura. She will say, don't come any closer to that voice. It is evil. It will try to manipulate you and corrupt you. That's why I'm here, to help you stay towards the path of light. The voice will say, don't listen to her. Just come closer, and you can unleash your full potential upon the world. Nana will say, don't listen to him. Stay where you are. Deku will think to himself that something is up and will ask who she is. Nana will introduce herself, and she will, say that she was the teacher of All Might. And then, of course, Deku is kind of shocked. Deku then asks who the voice belongs to, and then the voice will decide to show a bit of itself within the shadows. It has Sharingan eyes, which shocks Deku. Deku will then say, what is going on? Nana will say, it's not my place to tell you. Just promise me you will not let the darkness corrupt you. You'll do that, right? Deku will nod yes. Nana will say, good. She then slaps Deku, and then he is gone from that mindscape and will be transferred to, another dream. The darkness then decides to fully reveal itself to Nana, and its reflection of Izuku Midoriya just with a dark purple aura around it. The dark Deku will say, you really think that he will not come to me? Nana will say, yes, because I believe in Toshinori. And I believe with my help he will be able to beat you. The Dark Deku will say, you lack the basic information about Uchihas or those with the Sharingan. They are cursed to become evil. It's in our blood. It's how we were made due to the gift we have. A good Uchiha, a pure heart Uchiha, please. That's an oxymoron. We are meant for chaos. We are meant for destruction. Your students should know this. But he is still too stuck in his delusions that Uchihas can be good. And that will be his downfall. Because he gave the counter to All for One to an Uchiha. Once he chooses the dark path. Instead of that symbol of peace that All Might wants, and that hero society desperately needs, it will instead cause him to become a symbol of destruction and chaos, not only for Japan, but for the entire world. And there is no one who can stop him, not even All Might, because he is near his expiration date as a hero. Face it, he should not have One for All. Nana will say, on the contrary, he is worthy of One for All. He has the stuff All Might looked in for a successor, and if it was up to me, I would have made the same choice. He has all the stuff meant for a hero. With my backing all the other predecessors of One for All, he will choose the path of light. He will be that symbol of peace, and will allow for true peace in Hero Society because his power will be unparalleled. Hero Society will not only thrive, but it will continue to evolve. And he will be the face of that evolution. And he will not walk down the same path as other Uchiha because he is different. Dark Deku will say, different, eh? We'll see about that. In the end, who knows what side will win out in the end, as two opposite extremes have never really been inside one body before, fighting for control. However, mark my words, he will choose the path of darkness. And I will say, no, he will choose the path of light. Both give each other that glare, and will most likely be trying to push Deku into one side or the other. If Nana and One For All wins, your society will be able to survive. If Dark Deku wins, your society will be destroyed. And whatever that case is, it'll be very interesting to see who wins out in the end. Later on, Deku will be able to get his, exam results and stuff like that, and he gets a personalized message from All Might that he did definitely pass. Deku would end up getting a total of 150 points. And that sounds ridiculous, but with the extreme, powers of the Sharingan, being able to track and stuff like that, and with the abilities that Deku is able to get with one full cowling, plus the red chakra combination, stuff like that, he is kinda set for these types of milestones and stuff like that. But not only that, he also got 45 rescue points, which puts him at a total of 195. Now, Bakugo in this canon actually also did get a couple of points himself, which I would say would be around 85 in terms of villain points. And Ochako Uraraka will get the same points she did in canon, so she gets, the 45 rescue points, stuff like that, so she's able to pass as well. Deku is pretty happy pass, and to the degree he passed, he'll show his mom, and Inka was really proud of her son, and, she still has those doubts and stuff like that, but they're hidden very deep down, and she right now believes in her son. Deku, within, the next couple days, will start getting ready for school. He'll sleep and stuff like that, and then, when the day arrives, he starts heading to his first day at UA. Although right now, little does he know, well, fully I guess, because he thought that this little light and darkness stuff was kind of a dream. He is having a battle between the light of One For All and the darkness of the Sharingan. Who will win out in the end? Find out in the next part, and as this series continues. Thank you all for watching part 2 of What If Deku Was Uchiha. I really do love making a series. I do think it'll be a great story, though it will be dark at certain points, and I hope you all continue to show your love towards the series in the future. Make sure to go check out Beautiful Halo, that really does help me out. Get ready for Whirlpool Naruto and Stage 6 Pass Naruto, those will be great. Watch my community tab like a hawk, that is very important. And finally follow me on Twitter for no way to get notified of my videos. Instagram for memes and some more fun stuff in between. And finally join my Discord for access to supplementary content, notification when I live stream ahead of time, and of course the ability just to meet ideas directly. These are also great ways for you guys to interact with me, so follow me on Twitter and Instagram and join my Discord server. And get ready for when I release that Patreon. It will be pretty lit, as I think you guys like the price points that I set when I revealed it, so, it's pretty good. Let's get to 12K and beyond, and that's all I have to say. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and share the video. This has been your boy, the Anime Sage, sign out, peace, YEEHAW, Stephanie Shea, closes out, bye-bye, peace.
Hi, this is Stephanie Shea, voice actress for Sailor Moon, Hinata, Orihime, and you are watching Anime Sage.